So we had a few cold, rainy days, and the water is extra cold today. Whew! It's time for me to cleanse my mind, my body, and my spirit. Water is extra cold today, man. Extra cold. Whew. Woo! Woohoo! Whoa! Oh, I feel a lot better after that. So to start out this video, I must say, I am not a spiritual master as always. I'm just your average Timothy Taylor who loves talking about God and who loves to glorify God. You know why? Because God, He's here, man, and He's powerful. God, I gotta be better. I gotta be better. I gotta be stronger. I gotta be wiser. I love you because God is watching this video through your eyes, because I believe that God can see everything out our eyes just like cameras. Our eyes are like cameras for God. And I gotta be much better. We gotta be much better. One of the things that Jesus said on the cross when He was dying is, "Lord, please forgive them. They do not know what they're doing." They do not know what they're doing. When you're living a life in negative vibrations, you don't know what you're doing to yourself. Last summer, I was playing a lot of video games. I was inside. I was listening to a lot of rap music with a lot of bad incentives without fully taking recognition of it. And it was having a really negative impact on my life. And throughout that summer into that fall, I started getting back in the cold water. I started doing my yoga breathing. And in the spring, well, in the fall, I hurt my ears. I hurt my ears pretty bad doing the yoga breathing. So it's been a process. But throughout the winter, I slowly but surely found myself. Is ups and downs. Life is full of ups and downs. And in this moment, this is one of the ups. And I gotta appreciate this as much as I can. Because when it's my funeral, this is the kind of place I want my spirit to be remembered. I want people to believe that my spirit, I wouldn't say my spirit would be in this place in a physical sense, but in a spiritual sense. At my funeral, whenever that happens, whenever that day is, if there's a funeral, you know, the world could end. I could die and not have a funeral if the world ends, because, you know, that's one really good thing about going to a friend's funeral. You know, the world could end tomorrow, and it shows how much you love someone when you go to your funeral, because the world could end, dude. And you might not even have a funeral for people to show up to. So when you show up to a funeral for someone you love, it means a lot. It really does. But anyway, that being said, the living is just not as powerful as the dead. The living is just not as powerful as the dead. And when I say that, people say, "What do you mean? The dead is dead." But when you think of it, the dead might not be so dead after all. The dead might be way more alive than you ever thought.